I don't know if I know that. It's that simple. I should be on DevTips Live, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to all over the place. I'm like, from my laptop, my phone. I was trying to like, where's the link? Where's the link? I have to find it. Where's the link? But
Yeah, was it difficult to find the link like when it gets sent? Like where does it go to? Because I remember when we did the Dev Tips Live, everybody was confused.
yeah, I mean, first 10 people just join it. Like when the when you just click on here, or just send the invite. First people just like join, and
Hmm.
all the people that are left behind them are like, where's the link? Where's the link? We can't find it.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
very difficult for everybody to join. So it was easy for you tonight to join up?
yeah, I just opened up the Google Plus app and it's on there like join the Hangouts.
Nice. Very good. Okay,
So
so we are live. We're broadcasting. I just sent out a tweet. I don't know how many people are going to be watching, but that doesn't really matter. It's being recorded. So this is the trailer. Do 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 do. um,
that's cool. I like it.
all right.
Uh,
So I don't have a.
there should be an effect like dev tips.
Yeah.
I can do that and you can just bang it in.
Well, I can't edit these because these go straight to
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, I know.
I can trim
I
parts out though later on. So
yeah,
if
I
you
tried it.
what?
I tried it on my account. I know
Oh,
how this thing works now. I was like,
cool.
dev tips like why it didn't work. I should try it now.
Awesome. All
Yeah,
right, so we don't really have a set schedule for today's video. We don't really have like a lot of I don't know. But you said you had a few things that you wrote down you wanted to talk about, and I have a few ideas. So oh, good.
it's my
Um,
list.
that's your list.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks, sir, for making me a good developer. Like I started as a programmer, and I'm like I have no idea what the web design looks like. And like
Uh-huh.
I started on YouTube. I started like first of all I don't know. I find like um, I don't know what's that channel. The last week interview. Level Up Tuts. I find that channel first of all.
Yeah.
I find Level Up Tuts, and I'm like, these tutorials are cool, but it goes over my head because I'm not a web developer kind of person. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
Scott's really good. Yeah.
I can't understand it. But then I was like trying to basic tutorials about CSS and all this stuff. But I was trying to find some CSS tutorials, yeah, I guess. And then I find your video on the right side of the sidebar YouTube, and I'm like, it's like it. That was like the series, the eighth video. No, 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 third video of the series. I'm like, just like it, and like this
Oh,
is my stuff. I need
the
it.
long series?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
the awesome website. I'm like, just note it down, and I practice it like 24 hours a day, and then I watch all of the other videos like how the internet works and the CSS stuff, all the stuff.
Mhm.
I just note it down. I have a notebook over there. I don't know if it's there or not. Uh, I note down everything, like what is this property works, how this works, and then I'm good now. Um, Me and my friend started a web development company.
Yeah?
He's from USA, yeah, and we started getting some clients, and it's cool. I think
That's so
programming
great,
sex.
dude. That is what it's all about. I'm so excited that I could play even a little part in your your excitement and your success. That's really great.
Yeah, I mean, I also told my friend about you. He's like, that's cool, man. I started as a programmer, and I think programming isn't made for me because it sucks. Yeah, programming is dead. You have to wait like when idea, when's the idea gonna come and hit you in the brain? I'm like, what the next step I'm gonna make? I have no idea what I'm gonna make. So I think that's not for me. I'm
Yeah.
not good at thinking stuff and making myself. But if you can give me a PSD and you want a website, like I can dig that thing in code so it's good. I think,
Yeah, it definitely is a
that,
different approach. Yeah.
yeah,
So, so
that,
I have a few questions about you because I'm very curious about you. You've been on you've been hanging around DevTips for a few months now, and you
yeah.
send me
Everyone
messages.
told me like, "But Abhi, why do you come in all over the place?" Like, I can't keep calm. I watch a single video like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, at next spot, I'm like, I was busy in something, and then I like something, and then I just comment it, and then I watch that video again, and just comment it. So I feel like I'm in that video. I don't feel like I'm the viewer or something. I feel like that I'm in that video. I'm doing some stuff there, just standing there and doing something like that.
That's
Yeah, that's
that's so
right.
awesome. So yeah, so we've never talked face to face before. We've
Yeah,
sent a few emails and we've talked a lot on the comment section.
yeah.
But I'm really interested in like who you are. Like, so where are you right now? Where do you live?
I'm in New Delhi, India, and
Oh, okay.
uh, I'm 19 years old now. Not 19, still in 18, but next year I'll be 19.
Cool.
Don't tell
And
anyone because I'm a web developer now.
so what does it like? How did you become interested in web development as a field?
Uh, like 12th grade, like my high school, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I graduated my high school with accounts, like commerce classes. I have no
Uh-huh.
idea how accounts work. I have very bad marks, like grades in that. I mean, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do after my high school, and I sit back and relax. And I I have no laptops back then. I got my first laptop in late 2012, like in December, and then
Hmm.
I got my internet connection, and then I was trying to find like how this stuff works, and I have no idea how a computer works. I was like, hey, can you help me with this? But but then I started like I just search all over the place. Google is always my best friend. Yeah, I mean, like I started as a programmer, take admission in an institute to learn programming, but it's not my type. I just left
You
it
didn't like
because
programming, huh? Yeah.
no, no, no. I mean, in India, education isn't that good. I think it just wastes of money. That's why I left it. I left my college.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
not that good. My friend is like, you are next Steve Jobs. I'm like, lefting a college isn't Steve Jobs thing. I'm like, okay.
That's
And
funny.
then yeah, and then I
So
started
was there
finding
like
YouTube videos, and then I
right?
find a channel.
Was there a like a something you saw, or was there something that you heard or did or whatever that like really
Uh,
gave you the spark? Like what set it off for
I
you?
was I was geeky person from like when I was 9. My dad's got a mobile phone, and it was like a black and white phone. Like I don't know, it was 2006 or something. India has black and white phone then. I was geeky kind of person. I was trying to like find stuff how this thing works, and I'm like, this thing is awesome. I wanna make something like this. And then I have no phones till now. Like my high school, till my high school, I don't have any phones. I used to take my friend's phone and I like just try to make some stuff on it, try to make it like optimize it to for longer battery life or something like that. I was kind of geeky person, and I got my netbook, and it has no graphic design graphic drivers for 64-bit of Windows. So I hacked the original drivers and make 64-bit ones. Like I put it on my blog and it was a hit. I got like 10,000 views per day.
Really?
Yeah, but I forgot to renew my domain name and the site is down now.
No. No.
You can
See,
check it out. It's still there.
okay. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So that was it. Like you got internet famous by hacking your netbook.
Yeah, it was not hacking, but I just do some codes and stuff like the I don't know. I don't remember it now.
Interesting. I have a question about what is it like in New Delhi, in like in the web design industry? Is there a lot of people that you know that are interested in this thing, or is it kind of you and everybody just doesn't know what you're talking about, or like what is it like?
People think I'm crazy. They don't understand what I'm doing. They're like, "What you do in your room all the time?" I'm like, "I was sleeping. Nothing else. I was sleeping." Like, all right, that's good. In New Delhi, in I don't know about whole New Delhi, but in my town, people are like just chasing the jobs for money. They don't know what they're gonna do. They just need like 30K, 40K, or like 50K jobs. They don't care what the
Money is
job
the
is.
only
They
thing that
just
matters.
yeah. But
So,
that's the biggest argument between me and my mom. My mom thinks you have to get a job now. You're 18 plus. You have to manage your own bills. I'm like, Mom, I have to focus on my career. I have to do this thing. My mom is like, you're not doing this. You're not doing anything. You're just wasting time on YouTube. You watch funny videos and all like that. I'm like, okay, Mom, I got you.
so the idea of doing something um, for a career that you love, regardless if it pays you a lot of money or a little money, is kind
Mhm.
of like a newer idea, something that you'll hear a little bit more in the West than you do where you're from. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
In
how did you
India,
come up?
people are like, just give me money and I'm gonna do that. But to me, money matters, but not that much. I want a good career with good people around me.
Mhm.
That's it. I don't need that much. Just a little bit money and a good life.
Who influenced you, or where did you like pick that kind of ethic up? Because that's pretty unique. It sounds like amongst your peers.
Your videos, like I watch your videos and I go in very depth. Like I watch like five, six, seven times if I didn't get it. That's why I got that kind of vision. And that book that you recommend in that video, like inspirational, I don't know, I
Mm-hmm.
remember the name of
Mm-hmm.
the book. I read it like full book and then next part of that book, and it gave me some inspiration, like that kind of inspiration.
Really? That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean,
Look.
you just I was going in this direction and you just came and just pushed me in in this direction. I'm like, that's my life.
Wow. So
I was confused back then, but you played a major role in my life, to be honest. I swear.
no, that's really cool to hear. Um,
That's why
so
I'm super fan.
yeah, yeah. So I definitely consider you one of like the biggest. I don't know. Is it, yeah, the biggest fans that
Dev
I
Tips
have.
fan.
Yeah, like you're like you comment every video multiple times. You're like definitely in there. It's really interesting to
You're
hear.
like this guy's spammer, man. Abhi, please don't comment anymore. I don't need any more notification.
No, that's not true. I really appreciate your support. Like it really means a lot. But to hear that like dev tips means something to you more than just entertainment or more than just getting like a little bit of, tips or I don't know, that's just really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, anyway. So what's your ultimate goal then in doing this? Like not just YouTube, but in doing web development for a career. Like what do you want to do? What do you want to be?
I want to set up an empire, a huge company in web development that gives affordable web development for everyone because I think everyone needs to be online now. It's like techie or geeky. Everyone wants a website,
Hmm.
and I don't know. I just want to give affordable websites to everyone. Maybe a blog, their business website, or something like that. That's why we started a business. We're this small company, not like 10 clients, but we started
Interesting.
in June, maybe July, 6th July. We got our LLC and we started.
Now, do you have an American business partner? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, yeah.
What's his name
It's
or her
his
name?
name is Luke Meyer.
Okay, cool.
He find me on Google Plus, and he's like, "Do you want to make websites with me?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm good."
Yep. So is he around your age too?
Yeah, no, no, no. He's around 23 or 22.
Okay,
He's
cool.
he's also young. He's from
Cool.
St. Louis.
Oh, that's a really good connection. So we have, can you see in the sidebar here, we have a bunch of questions from, well, we have two questions. Can you see that?
Now I'm on phone right now because my
Oh.
network sucks at Hangouts.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So we do have some questions, but they're actually not questions. Just we have PeruBestPrice.com says hello, guys. I don't know if that's a spam or if that's a question, but hello. And I just want to say to everybody that's watching this video, if you do have questions, use the question app here, and then also I have a hashtag that I'm watching called DevTips One-on-One. If you have a question for Abhi or myself, we can riff on that during this live session. Sorry to interrupt you there, but you were talking about you have a business partner in St. Louis, and you
Yeah,
guys have about 10 or 12 clients now?
yeah, 10 clients. My friend is watching it, I think. He just texted me like, Abhi, Abhi, Abhi.
Nice. And
Yeah,
what's
I
your friend's
think
name?
he's watching. His name is Luke Meyer.
Oh, this is Luke. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, best of luck to you guys. So, you just want to, your goal is then just to build out your business and continue, what, growing and
yeah,
servicing people?
and settle down in USA because it's just my dream. It's
Oh,
one of
you
my
do?
best dreams.
Okay. You do want to come over to US.
Yeah, especially LA, LA, or San Francisco.
Yeah, it's I work in an industry in the tech industry here in San Francisco where we do have a lot of people from India, but it's
Yeah,
also um,
India is like everywhere in the world.
yeah, well, yeah, of course. We have a lot of people. But I was just thinking about how I always hear that it's very difficult to get into the U.S. with
Yeah,
visa laws
yeah.
and everything. Yeah. So best of luck on that.
Like
But I do know
no
that
idea.
we're
I do know. I have no idea what I'm gonna do to sell down in USA.
that really
But
doesn't matter.
yeah,
You're like you're the kind of guy I can just feel it like if you keep working on it, keep on having the enthusiasm that you have, you'll be I don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll see you here.
yeah.
So let me
Maybe I'll be out of your door and like, Mr. Wilson, I'm here now.
ask.
Yeah. If I don't get any visa or something, I just go for a tour to Silicon Valley. That's just my dream.
Yeah, that would be fun. It's a nice place.
Yeah,
We got a comment here from Tim. He says, USA, I'm probably going to move to SF in Cali. That's pretty awesome. Where are you from, Tim?
yeah.
Comment that if you can. Um, Now, I have another question for you, Abhi. What other channels do you watch? You mentioned Level Up Tuts. Is there anything else that you watch to improve your dev skills?
Nah, not really. But I want like learn Code.Academy to learn Angular,
Yeah.
but I have no idea what I'm gonna do with Angular now because these days I'm just working on WordPress side because all the clients just want WordPress.
Yes.
They don't even use Jekyll or something. Jekyll is very handy, but WordPress is WordPress. Everyone
Yeah.
wants that.
WordPress is such a big deal, especially when
Yeah,
you're servicing small
yeah.
companies and
Like
small
small,
businesses.
like more like WordPress is something that everyone understand, not so much techy or something. It's just simple.
That's
Simple
right.
as using social media like any other site.
Tim's from Washington State. That's cool. That's not very far, man.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, like I have definitely on my idea board to do a whole series on WordPress, but I just feel like there's like all these little things that are just kind of like jumping in front of it,
Yeah.
and also I want to kind of wait until the new year to start like a bigger series because it's
WordPress is not much to learn about, but if you just start working on WordPress, just digging up some small codes, but it just like small codes can help you to learn everything. Like I started just with functions.php, but now I can dig everything in WordPress. Not that much, but basically I can dig everything. It's
yeah,
just that simple.
WordPress has a pretty shallow or learning curve, right? Like it doesn't take a
Yeah,
lot to get working with it. And there's a
Yeah,
lot of things you can do to just get running. So I think it is a really great platform for people who
but
are.
people have no idea how to get started with it. That's why people think that they need a specific tutorial to start something. Like they need a starting point. So
Yeah,
they just want you to give them a starting point, and then they can learn everything.
I think you're right about that. I do.
Yeah,
So
that'll be great.
now tell me about some not development channels that you watch. What do you watch for just entertainment?
Whatever. Uh, Roman Atwoods and Roman Atwoods vlogs is my favorite. Like I watch it every day.
Yeah.
And uh, what's that? Stuart Edge, Devin, Supertramp, and there's so many channels that I watch. Simple Sexy Stupid, and what's that?
I've, I've,
Overboard Humor. I'm I'm kind of
oh,
YouTuber guy, but
yeah.
just because of this background noises, but they're not actually. I don't know. It's a special time. Uh, just because
I've
of background noises, I don't make any YouTube videos.
oh, okay, because yeah, in New Delhi. So
Yeah, it's too noisy
I've
here.
met Stuart Edge and Garrett from Overboard, and I have not met Devin, but I know two people who know him pretty
Yeah,
familiarly. Yeah.
yeah. Devin is great, man. He's like, he make that kind of videos. Like, I never seen that kind of videos anywhere.
Yeah,
It's just
he's
awesome.
kind of a big deal in YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. We got a question here from Tim. He says, in the upcoming year, do you think you could put together a collab with another YouTuber like PHP Academy and build something big like a social network where the audience of both YouTube channels could stay connected? Wow.
That
Do you
would be
mind
great,
if
deal.
I? Sure.
Well,
um,
I have a question. Why don't you monetize your channel? Because everyone is earning. Why don't you?
why don't I monetize my channel?
Yeah,
Let me
it's all good.
Sure. Let me answer Tim's since I read it out loud, and then I'll answer yours. Okay, so why don't we build something? Okay, so that's a really cool idea, but it's also very ambitious. And Alex, who does PHP Academy, and myself, we all have like different kind of goals that they want to take things. When I started DevTips, I wanted it to be a very quick, like every video was like 3 minutes was the goal, like to be just quick tips.
I've seen those kind of videos. Like some of videos, like I deleted now. I know that I'll find that one video is deleted in playlist. I'll
Uh-huh.
find your starting videos. It was not that much. Like the content is getting better and better now. The starting videos it was not that good, but now it's like it's all professional. You're like you camera shy, I think, in the starting. I
Yeah,
can see you're kind of nervous,
it was
but
really bad.
now you're like, what? It's just
Yeah,
chill here.
that's just
No
like
no
anything
worries.
you do it enough, you get more comfortable
Yeah,
with it. But
yeah,
yeah. So I mean, when I started Dev Tips, I wanted it to be just short like quick things that you could do to get better and just kind of like be tip based. But it quickly progressed into like kind of like lectures, like full series, like HTML5 series, CSS series, and
yeah.
this big long
Yeah,
one that we did.
those videos are cool. I mean, just to get started, those videos are necessary. Like, you have some idea to get started, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
I like
I
having
always
those.
recommend it.
Yeah, I like having those videos in like the history. So when people ask specific questions about why, the box model or something, I just kind of like point them to it, and it's really helpful to have those kind of as reference points. But, so to quickly answer your question, Tim, I don't think that something like that is in the works because that would take a lot more commitment than I
Yeah, and
have time for.
too much time because you need to like collaborate at the same time, and you need to make some specific videos that combines your goals and his goals at the same
Uh-huh.
time. It just
Yeah,
make mess.
yeah, and like we're both work full time, and he's in England, so we're like an 8 hour difference. Um,
Yeah,
so it's like when we communicate, it's like through email, and like we're definitely like separated by like half a day. Um,
yeah,
Anyway, so I don't think like something like that is in the works for me. I don't have any aspirations to build a big network or anything like that. I just want to like make friends. That's my
Yeah,
whole
that's
goal.
what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Because I've seen so many YouTubers, they just get like 1,000 followers and they just monetize it. Yeah,
Yeah. So okay.
digging it,
So
baby.
to answer your question, Abhi,
Yeah.
why don't I monetize? I don't have anything against monetizing. I think that like people who work hard should be paid for their work if it's like appropriate. Um,
Yeah.
but I just kind of haven't found the right angle for monetizing DevTips. I know that I don't want to run ads on it because uh, I'm a very controlling person. I like to know everything about what I do, and I like to be in control of every aspect of the production. And kind of like if somebody comes to DevTips and then I show them an ad, especially if I don't know what it's going to be, or it could be a select number of things, I just uh, feel uneasy about that. So, but there's other ways that when the time is right, that I could
Like
monetize.
1 million subscribers. Like you wanna earn this much in the first month of the monetization. That you're like,
I've been
sure.
looking at things like Patreon. Do you know what Patreon is, Epi?
Nah, what is
Patreon is
it?
like it's really cool. It's like a service where a super fan like you would go and kind of uh, be a patron of my work. So, for example, you would pledge like $1, for example, for every video that I make, and if I make 3 videos that month, you would give me $3.
Yeah,
And
I got you.
so if a lot of people it's like Kickstarter basically, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Kickstarter
I
for
got you.
content, like, yeah. So, I mean, that's an option, and I've been looking at it, and I've talked to the CEO and a few of their salespeople, and I really like what they're doing. I think it's really great, but I just haven't found the right angle yet. And also, I'm very busy with DevTips day to day, so like to think of it like a long like a plan is not. I haven't done it yet. But I'm not saying I won't. And there are other options too. Like for example, if I do a sponsored video, like if I do a video for another
Yeah,
company explaining
yeah,
their product, like I've done videos for Cactus. Remember Cactus? And
yeah.
they were awesome. And they sponsored that video by giving licenses to their products, so I could give them out to you guys.
Oh,
And I have another one
that's
coming
cool.
up. Just today, I got an approval from another company that wants to do a sponsored video. I'm going to be doing some giveaways there too. That's pretty exciting. Oh, thanks, Tim. He says before I like to go, I'd like to say thank you for the cuts and keep it going. All right. So yeah, that does that answer your question about the sponsored nature of DevTips?
Yeah, and how much does it take to make a video? Like, to me, it's like forever. I can't make videos.
To make a video?
Yeah, how much
Yeah.
does it take to?
It takes quite a while, yeah. Like so, everything from the ideation process, like thinking of what is a good subject. I mean, I got to get a lot of suggestions, and I keep track of all of those. But the ones that I see more, they influence me more. But like that's like one of the hardest things is deciding what it's going to be about. Once I decide what it's going to be about, I write the whole script out like longhand. Like I decide on everything I'm going to say, and then I'll
Yeah,
record it and so, like depending on what it is. So like the one that I did with PHP Academy, the music player, just yesterday.
yeah,
Like I had to build the music player first to see if it would even work. So it takes it takes time to like design and develop those examples, and
yeah.
then go back and disassemble them and then rebuild them for everyone. Um, and then editing and kind of like putting in the sound and like making different takes, and it does take quite a while. It takes a whole week for one video.
Yeah. Can you just wait a sec? My grandma is calling me.
Yeah, that's cool,
I don't
man.
know why.
That's
That's
cool.
not
Take your
so
time, man.
cool.
I respect what you're doing. While he's gone, I'm going to read some of these questions here. One of the things I liked about your Jekyll tutorials is that it allows you to focus on the front end and not have to worry about all the other stuff. That's from Bobby Bryant. Yeah, I really like Jekyll Bobby because it's like the right
You can't
amount of
understand grandma.
Oh, no
They
way. I
just
was.
don't they just don't care what we're doing.
That's okay. While you were gone, I was answering a question or at least responding to a comment. Um, just to finish up there, Bobby, like one of the reasons I do like Jekyll is it's just the right amount of geek for me. It's the right amount of nerd. So like you can do things with loops and like a pseudo database, and like kind of like make this kind of like templated experience, but at the same
Yeah, I
time,
like
it's
it.
like just going into that like ultra front end HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you're good. Like there's a little
Yeah,
bit more
yeah.
to it, but that's why I really like it.
Yeah, I like normal guy with a knowledge, little knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can make a Jekyll thing.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like the template system because if you make like normal HTML stuff, you have to make like all the stuff every time when you make it. If
hmm
I'm like normal blog, just offline, like normal blog, you have to make everything like a header again and again. You just copy and paste it. But in Jekyll, you just need to put those curly braces and then your header. That simple.
yeah.
I like it.
I really like it. I used to do everything WordPress. I did a lot of WordPress sites, and then when I found Jekyll, I haven't really made a WordPress since then.
I'm also gonna make a site for me on Jekyll. For, like everyone wants a portfolio site. Like, are you really a developer? You need a portfolio site. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make one.
Yeah. But did
I
you?
think I'm gonna use your theme, the artist theme for me.
Good. Yeah. I
That'll be
hope you
cool.
do. I hope you do. Like that's what it's for. I know a few people have used it that I know, and I've seen it in the wild. Sometimes like I'll like somebody will send me a link to it on Twitter or email, and I'll like see this kind of like random like version of it, like but it's green or something or blue, and it's like I'm
you're
like
like, you're
yeah.
like, you're like, where's my color codes now?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, to like just to see it out there in the wild, but you didn't expect it.
Yeah, that's cool. People just want to customize it and just push it away. These not yours, it's mine. They,
Exactly.
yeah, that's what happens. Like when I started, I started with hacking like templates. I started Blogger and I used to have templates.
Yeah,
It's
man.
not so cool,
I
but
mean,
everyone started with it.
that's how everyone starts. Yeah, I did my fair share of like inspect element, view source. That's how you learn. That's how we grew up.
First of all, when I started, I'm like, why this inspect element thing is here? I I think first of all, I thought browser. I just random stuff. You just need to go on Google, search something, and open it. It's that simple. But when I start learning it, it's like huge market of things. The different browser, different compatibility, and it takes up all the time. It just eats my time. If I make something good on Google Chrome, Chrome is like awesome thing. If you can just make something, it works every time works on Chrome. But
Sure.
Mozilla and Internet Explorer, I think that browser should be murdered by me. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Nothing works on it. You have to like dig. Yeah, I don't know. If
Dude,
something takes 10 minutes on Chrome, it takes like 10 hours on the Internet Explorer just to fix it, just to make it work.
it's really bad now, but
Yeah.
it was so bad before. Like because I've stopped caring about 6 and 7. But before I dropped those, we used to have to solve for Internet Explorer 6. It was just so the worst thing in the world. Like I wanted to quit being a developer just because of Internet Explorer. But well, we move on. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
So again, you guys who are watching this live, if you have any questions, there's a Q&A app, and I'm monitoring the questions here. Um, I can't read Spanish. I don't know Spanish, but
Me too.
yeah,
Eric can I yesterday I do hangout with Eric and he just set it up a cool fancy background and a mic and he's so cool. Not me. He's like looks so professional, like pixel perfect.
that's awesome.
So my friend and me always argue about it was hard to learn web designing back then in like late 90s. Can you explain how hard it is?
Explain how hard it was in the late 90s.
Yeah, my friend is like, it was too easy because there was not too much to learn. I'm like, there was no resources to learn that thing, so that
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah, I think both of those statements are correct. It was like it was you couldn't do a lot, so there wasn't a lot to learn. And also like things moved a lot slower. So like now it's just so fast. Like you feel like you learn something and you're still behind. But back then
Yeah,
you would like learn something and you kind of get it, and like it would be good for like a year or two, and then like something new would happen. But like when
yeah,
about I stepped away from design for a few years, but when I came back to it in 2003 or four, things had changed dramatically. So that's when like I was introduced to the idea of CSS and kind of like that type of thing, like functional JavaScript, like jQuery, and like when that came out and stuff, like that stuff just like really changed the way I
yeah.
look.
You have to adapt all the stuff together and just take it in.
Yeah. I mean, before that, we were like, honestly, it was so bad. We were designing with tables, and like,
Yeah, I know tables. I don't know why. People like, I hate tables. Like the 90s developers are like, I hate tables, to be honest. I don't like it pretty much. I'm like, I don't know what it is.
well, tables.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know tables. I'm
if
just
you're
kidding.
using tables for tabular data, like
Yeah,
something that
the
should be in a table.
actual kind of same actual
Yeah,
data.
yeah, then that's fine. But like we used to do layouts like in a table, like your first row of the table would be like the header, and like it was pretty insane. And like you would nest tables forever. Like
I can't even imagine that.
yeah, like there was no floats, there was no grid, nothing, just tables inside of tables. That was pretty wild. And like I was so good at tables too. Like I was like really
You're
good
like,
at
my talents is just steal by CSS.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it blew my mind when I was introduced to CSS because I saw I think it's still around the website called the CSS Zen Garden, and the idea there was that they had one page, like one HTML markup, and they could switch out the style sheets, and it would be like a different website every time because they would just style it completely different, and you could like make your own style sheet and submit it. And it was like to spread the awareness of the power of style sheets and get people to stop using table-based layouts and stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to get started with CSS, I think.
Yeah, so like when you guys start now, like the younger generation, there's a lot more to grasp onto
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah, and
And
and to get started, you don't need like a college or something. You just need a internet connection and a phone or a laptop. Just take it.
that's
It's too
true. It's
easy
all on
now.
YouTube.
Yeah, everything, like every single thing is on Google. Like from a pin to truck, everything is there.
That's right. That's right. That's cool.
It's it's
Did
great.
you have any other questions for about the channel dev tips or?
I have crazy questions for myself. Like, what kind of questions I ask? Like, I don't, I don't know. People like, why do you ask so dumb question? I'm like, that's what I am. I used to ask them dumb questions.
Don't
Like,
worry about it. Did you
that's
have a?
when you always have like dumb question all the time. Like when I was doing something, I got a dumb question in my head. Just email you how this thing works, and you're like, go watch that video. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, sir. I'm like, I know that video is there, but why I just email you? Like, sorry, sorry for that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Cool.
So
So, did you have any
how do
other?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many questions.
Okay, let's
Endless.
do a few more before we close out. What's up?
Okay. So how do you got started with designing? You started with designing or development?
Design, kind of. When I was young, I was in a rock and roll band, and so I started designing T-shirts and posters and album covers for my band and other bands, and then eventually it kind of branched out and did websites, and I helped other bands with their websites and stuff. I took a few classes for design. I was a print designer for a long time. I designed
You you
advertisements for
you like cool kids in the school? This
what?
guy know how to make website. You like cool kid in the
Oh,
school. You're like this guy. Only this guy know how to make websites.
it was fun. Yeah, we were I was in a rock and roll band and made some websites, did art and painting and stuff, you know. But yeah, so I was doing print design for a long time, so like magazine advertisements and like posters and brochures and this that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah,
Designing.
I've seen you work on Behance and it's like awesome. I'm
Oh,
also following you there. Do you
oh,
know
thank
that?
you. I didn't know that. No, no, that work is kind of older. I haven't posted a lot of my work for the past like 2 or 3 years because I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know.
You're busy with DevTips. You're like uploading every video on Mondays.
Yeah, DevTips keeps me very busy in terms of my portfolio. It's actually funny, like when companies talk to me, and they're like, "Okay, so like, where's your portfolio and stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, most of what I do is
YouTube,
actually
YouTube.
YouTube." And they're like, "That's not a portfolio. What are you talking about?"
No, but if they can watch one video, they're like, "You're the man. You're making my site." just, just, just redirect them to that playlist of how to make an awesome site.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's how it started. And then I started with YouTube because I joined a company as a designer, and we help YouTubers make better videos and find who
Yeah,
their
I
audience.
checked out that site, like Tubular Lab or
Yeah,
something like that.
that's
Yeah, I
right.
checked it out. Like analytics, like Google Analytics
Kind of
of
like that, yeah.
YouTube. YouTube.
Hmm.
I checked it out.
Cool.
So, what do you think of Angular and Backbone? Do they are
Um,
necessary? I don't know.
yeah, I think they're really cool. They're used. I mean, they're really great when you're leveraging them to use that make application level stuff. Um,
Yeah.
Most of the work I do is extremely front end, so we do use Angular at work, and I mess with it a little bit, but mostly I just kind of I do a lot of design, so like Photoshop stuff, and then like I will a lot of times translate those designs into markup and style and like interactive JavaScript patterns that the real programmers and the real engineers at my office can use um, when they're coding everything out into the application. So I don't really touch a lot of that stuff, and I know it's like super popular, and I know I totally should get more into it, but I don't. It doesn't really come to me that much.
Yeah, that's cool. I also want to be a front end developer, but I suck at design. When I think about designing, I get a headache.
Oh,
I like what I have to design. I don't know how to use color patterns and something.
oh yeah,
I'm bad. You should make a video like a small playlist of using color palettes and how to design. I'll be
yeah. I
happy
think
then.
you
Yay!
you left that as a comment once. I have that
Yeah,
comment in my list of things. But yeah, I
yeah,
think I would like to do a design based kind of series because I think a lot of, I mean, even if you want to be a developer and that's kind of like where your path is, like understanding design is really important. And when when I'm at my office and I'm talking to the developers or like the different people in different departments, marketing, sales and stuff, I want them all to understand design. I want them all to kind of appreciate the ideas behind it to help. I mean, and I've said this a few times that like hey guys, we're all designers. Like we're all designers here, and maybe I'm
yeah.
pushing the pixels around, but like it's going to take everybody here to make this thing good.
Design is the real deal. I think it just make gives you a client or just throw it away. Like if design is good, people are like stick to your stuff, and if design is not good, they just walk away. I
Yeah,
don't need you.
there's a lot of
Go
first
away.
impressions, right? Like a lot of you get a lot of first impressions based on how things look, and that's true.
Yeah,
But
design
design
is
is
just
more than that. It's more than just looking
yeah,
pretty, right? It's like how does it work? Like what
yeah,
what kind of lessons do you give people before they use the thing in order to help them understand what it's even for? Like that's all design.
yeah. I go to CodePen and I'm like, I just got starstruck by their like amazing work. They just make the awesome stuff all the way. Like I don't know how they got ideas to make stuff, but they just make awesome stuff all the time. I
Yes.
mean, you can visit it like 12 a.m. in the night. It, there's also like full of awesome stuff all over the place. And like,
CodeFin is
how can you
very,
make
very
it?
cool. I'm a really big fan of Chris Coyier, the guy
Yeah, I
who,
know.
one
Like
of the guys, yeah.
chain. I'm your fan. You're Chris's fan. Chris is someone else fan. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like definitely helped me out. I mean, I like actually my computer at work right now has a tab open with CSS tricks in it. I know that for sure because I was looking at it today on how to do something with Flexbox.
And and to me, it's like dev tips for designers is always there. Like there was always a single window in Chrome is always open. Like if I forget something, how to make design. I think that color, like buttons for buttons, I always use that buttons video. I'm like, yeah, I think this box shadow will work. This box shadow will work. I always like try to find some stuff from your videos, like and just mess it up and then put it on my site, and that works.
That's wild, man. That is wild.
Yeah, yeah, that is. But CSS tricks is good. Like it's everything is there and explain like the words he used like in the article, not too much, but still he explained everything in just few words. I
Yeah,
just
he's
like it.
that's true. Yeah, he's very clear with his instruction.
Yeah, and I
It's a good
recently
teacher.
I
Yeah.
listened to podcasts. I never listened to podcasts. I'm like, what is this? I never understand. In India, I don't know. Maybe in New Delhi, no one knows it. What a podcast is. Like I asked my friend, you know podcast? They're like, what? Can you
Nobody
say it
listens to
again?
podcasts? No, really?
No, no, no. They're
Oh
like, we
man.
is it video or something? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I just don't try to explain them. They just eat up all my brain.
That's awesome. What other podcasts do you listen to?
Uh, they're like 99U and Shop Talk, and there's not too much. I don't have time because I wake up at 4 and code, and then I go back to sleep, and then code, eat my breakfast, and then go back to sleep and code after getting up, not in sleeping. I think my days like always like wake up, code, eat, sleep, wake up, code, eat, sleep. I don't have time for anything.
That's
My
awesome.
mom, my mom is like, you watch YouTube videos all the time, go get some jobs. I'm like, mom, okay.
Dude,
My mom don't understand it.
she'll get it. She'll get it when the checks come in.
Yeah, my
She
mom is
will.
like,
She'll
oh,
understand.
so you're doing this? Oh, I got you.
Oh yeah, like when I
But
was a kid and I told my mom I wanted to be an artist, she she said she's like, you know what I hear when I hear of artists? Because I also wanted to be a poet. She's like, I hear starving artists. I hear you don't want to make any money and you want to be poor. And I'm like, well,
yeah,
maybe. Don't
but
don't listen to them, man. There's a market for it.
if you're good at your stuff, like if no matter what you are, if you're like beggar or something, you
Yeah,
just have to be good at it. Like you have skills to make that happen. I
that's a
don't know.
great insight. Even if you're a beggar, you can you can be
Yeah, yeah.
if you're
You
good
have to
enough.
you have to make your face like that. Can you please give some money? Yeah, everyone needs some skills to make happen. Like when I started with web development, I have no clue how to get clients. I'm like, do you want a website? They're like, go away. It just doesn't work. You have to like prove your skills. Clients come into like 10 clients on Google Hangouts. I don't know about them.
I love, I love you. I love you. Like, do you want a website?
It's
That's
that
totally
simple.
true. Like, you have to know how to sell your work.
Yeah,
Like, you have to be
yeah,
just as good as selling your work as you are as good at working. Because if you
yeah,
don't, like, nobody will appreciate it, and you'll never be able to make more work. It's true.
yeah.
Very true.
And all the work you get is like by referencing. Like you have to make your clients happy. No matter if you have one client or two, you have to make them happy. Like always, they just give you work. That's what I learned. Yeah, just got work from references. Like I make a website for a client, and he refer me to another one, and then he refer me to another one. That's how it works.
That's true. If you take care of your customers, and that's very
Yeah,
true. This
yeah.
actually leads on to a question we have here, and this is something that you can help answer because you do have experience with this. This is from Michelangelo Sosa. He says, "How do you get started as a freelance web developer?"
First of all, you have to learn something and make it like you have to do some creepy work. I remember I emailed you. I still suck at work. You remember that?
No, what was it?
Like in June or maybe July, I emailed you like, man, I suck at work, and you like it's good. You suck at work. Like you have difference between good or bad. I don't know. I don't
Right.
remember that email.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's okay that you suck.
Yeah,
That's a good thing. It's
yeah,
good. It's good
yeah,
that you suck.
yeah,
Now you have somewhere to go.
yeah.
It would
To
be
start
horrible if you were
freelance.
it would be horrible if you were like exceptional and got no clients. That would be weird.
Yeah, uh, I have a friend that lives somewhere around my house, and he's like, I'm so good at web designing, but I know he sucks. He's just so confident. He's just so confident. Like I am the number one. I'm like, okay, sir. He always gives me some nonsense advices. Like if you want a job, you have to make some shit. I'm like, okay. He just chased jobs all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want any jobs. I just have to make something before getting a job. He's like, I want a job, nothing else. Like, okay.
Yeah. So I think that kind of answers the question pretty well. Like to get started is you have to already have built some things.
Yeah,
And
you have to make like free stuff to just make your own site, or like someone else site, just make credits or something on their site or your site, just make something, and
hmm
people will get to know you, email you if they like your work. You just don't need to do like too much. When I started, I have no idea. Just I'm not gonna say that line because you start laughing again. But when I set up my blog and make some stuff, and they're like, people contacted me through emails and Hangouts. I don't know how they got my email ID.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I got emails, and like yesterday I found that like 10 clients sent me invited on Hangouts. I'm like, what? And they're like, do you want to make a website for me? I'm like, okay, but you don't need to do too much. Just make some stuff and put it online and show it to your friend, share
Yeah.
it around, but just don't spam because people
I
are like,
I
this
think
guy's
that's it.
spammer.
The second
Yeah,
part you did. So I said make something, and then what you just said was really important. You said put it online. That's another
yeah,
big thing, right? Like, so like there are different forums for you. Talking to you, Michelangelo. There are different forums for you to use to present your work, right? So like you can go
yeah,
to like Behance, for example, is a
yeah,
great place for web designers or developers to showcase their work. And another thing, I noticed that you say freelance web developer, not necessarily designer. So if you find a designer, right? If you find a
yeah,
designer that doesn't want to code, then that's your golden goose. You just follow that
yeah,
guy around, and he'll bring work to
yeah,
you because he's designing, but he doesn't want to code. The work is already done. You just code it out.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to find a designer who don't know how to code because I suck at design and maybe he'll suck at codes. So
Yeah, I mean that's a
teamwork.
really viable way to
Yeah,
do things. Just to partner up with somebody, and like
yeah,
soon enough, like people will be asking you for design work, and you give him design work, and or her, and
yeah,
they'll give you
yeah,
development work.
yeah. That's cool.
Symbiotic.
It's profits everywhere.
Yeah, there's opportunities everywhere you look, as long as you keep your eyes open. And
Yeah,
there are
first
also,
when I started as a blogger, I thought these things don't doesn't work like freelance or something like that. Site doesn't work, but they actually work when you make something good. I don't know. I started as a blogger. It sucks, but it sucks.
Well, you had a hit right out of the gates with like 10,000 people a day reading
Yeah,
your.
yeah.
That's kind of unique.
But
I've never had that. Even with DevTips, I don't have 10,000 views a day. I don't think.
I have 600,000 views on my profile like, on Google
Yeah,
Plus, but
I do
I
not.
don't know.
I do not have that. That's
Even
that's bigger than
even
DevTips, man.
yeah, even a blogger like
Yeah.
he has 50,000 email subscribers. I know. He has like 3,000 views on his profile. I'm like, how am I getting these views? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like 600,000 views too much.
Hmm. That's awesome. Cool. So we're gonna bring this to a close. I got a few other things to do tonight, but thank you so
Yeah,
much for your time, man. It was a lot of fun to do this.
yeah,
Thank you everybody else who's watching in the watch room right now, and thanks for your question, guys. We have two more of these one-on-one sessions to do. Hopefully, I can get them done this month, and that's with I
Eric.
with Eric and Nick, right?
Maybe
I
Sam.
think
I don't know.
I forget who won the.
Sam, maybe
Oh,
Sam. I
was it
watched that
Sam? Oh
video.
yes, it was Sam. I was thinking okay. I get confused at who won the software and who gets the 101. So anyway, Sam and Eric are coming up soon, this month hopefully, and also, so Abhi, will you close the show by saying keep on hacking?
Yo, I know. I remember that script. Hey guys, you're watching DevTips and keep on hacking. It's Abhi. Bye. Good night. It's good night. Yeah.